Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Here we go again. Another neighbor called the cops on a 12-year-old just because he drop off newspapers in front of houses. Now, it's getting really irritating that, and then label this little boy as suspicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this news clip, and I'm gonna give you the rest of my commentary.
I thought, this is like crazy. Like, why are you asking me this? Like this, like I'm only delivering papers.
A Facebook post about a black family's encounter with Upper Arlington police is going viral. Good evening. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Mike Jackson.
I'm Colleen Marshall. The incident stems from a newspaper advertising bag being delivered to the wrong house, and the 11-year-old carrier going back up to the porch to retrieve it. It looks suspicious, apparently, to a resident who called police. The boy's mother, who soon found herself being questioned by a police officer, says it felt like racial profiling. All new tonight at 6, NBC4's Ted Hart is live in Upper Arlington with the rest of this story. Ted?
Well, Colleen, safety experts say it all the time. If you see something, say something. And that's what happened here. But the fallout from just this one instance has been more than anyone involved could have anticipated. Brandy Sharp and her two sons, Micah and Uriah, were on Barrington Road delivering the bag of ads to front porches when police pulled up.
And he's like, you know, what are you doing here? I thought, first of all, like, wow. And then he's like, well, are you soliciting? I said, no, sir, I'm not soliciting. We're delivering papers. He said, what paper? I showed him the paper. And he said, oh, really? And he sat there for a minute and then he pulled off.
To Brandy, it felt like racial profiling. What she didn't know was that a resident had called police with a concern.
It looked like at first maybe they're like delivering newspapers or something. Then I noticed they were walking up to the houses with nothing in hand, and one of them came back with something. I mean, I don't want to say that something was going on, but it just seemed kind of suspicious.
In fact, Brandy says they had delivered some of the bags to the wrong houses, and they were going back to retrieve them. Just an innocent mistake.
I want to know what was suspicious. Like, what was suspicious? That, you know, the 11-year-old was up in the driveway getting the newspaper. He went up and came right back down.
Sharp says she's offended that a resident called and that police showed up and questioned her. But police say the call warranted a response.
If we think someone is taking things from porches, we would want our police force to follow up on that and make sure.
The responding officer was satisfied within a matter of a few seconds that there was no wrongdoing. Sharp's account of what happened, posted on Facebook, led to hundreds of comments and shares over the weekend, with many piling on about racial profiling.
If she feels like she was treated unfairly by our officers, we want to hear from her. We want to know what our officer did that made her feel that way, and we can investigate that and we can find out.
And something that may have added to the confusion is Upper Arlington's relatively new law that requires any newspapers or bags of ads, for instance, be delivered to the front porch or to a mail slot. They can no longer simply be dropped on a driveway. Local for you in Upper Arlington, Ted Hart, NBC4.
Okay, guys. First of all, why are you going to call the police on a 12-year-old boy for making a mistake, accidentally drop a newspaper in the wrong house? Now, it happens, but and he knows that they said that it was suspicious. How can it be suspicious? It's getting very frustrating now. I'm probably call her Newspaper Nancy, because this is exactly what I'm gonna call her, Newspaper Nancy. So this is another person who called the police, but yet they said, oh, he's only 12 years old, by the way. And you want to call the police over a mistake for a newspaper and accidentally drop at a wrong house. This is ridiculous now. This is getting out of hand, out of control. And then the mother even asked the officer, first of all, the officer was wrong by asking her, what are you doing around here? And then the mother's like, wow. And she said she's just basically delivering newspapers. And then she said that she dropped the newspaper in the wrong house. It happens. But when you call the police over something suspicious, because the 12-year-old boy made a mistake by dropping the newspaper at the wrong house, and then you're going to call the police on him anyway? And then the media was like, if you see something, say something. Yeah, if they break in the house, of course you say something. But mistakenly drop a newspaper in the wrong house? I mean, come on. This calling police is getting really, really out of hand. I don't know what this newspaper Nancy is. I'm telling you this, and then you can tell it's a white woman, as you know. And then I'm gonna name her Newspaper Nancy. Because Newspaper Nancy is wrong. She shouldn't even call the police over a mistake. You know, over a 12-year-old boy just dropped the newspaper in the wrong house. And they just trying to retrieve it back. See, this is getting out of hand, guys. This is really getting out of hand. For people call the cops for no apparent reason. And then, what if, all of a sudden, the police came and then try to scare the kid? See, people just not thinking, and then all of a sudden, it really was a mistake. But the thing of it is that if you see something, say something. But what did they see that make them make her call the police? That's one thing I don't understand. What did that neighbor saw that make her call the police? I mean, he accidentally dropped the newspaper in the wrong house. It happens. It ain't like he's gonna go in there and try to, let me look inside this person's house and try to break in. It's ridiculous. He's 12 years old. Then his mom was with him. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is really, really out of hand. And again, what does this take to stop this? And believe me, Newspaper Nancy, like I said, I'm telling you, these people are getting out of hand with these calling the police nonsense. And what if I'm telling you, what if happened to that little boy? What would have happened to that little boy if the police confronted him? See, I don't know. This is getting out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just basically frustrated with this. People call police for no apparent reasons, and then they say it looks suspicious, but it really wasn't suspicious. It just he made a mistake, accidentally dropped a newspaper out of the wrong house. Come on, this is really, really good job, Newspaper Nancy. You got your 15 minutes of fame now. Great. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this story. Share this video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Subscribe my reaction channel. And subscribe my Black Junction channel for more news and commentary. But with that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.